What's up, YouTube? I'm here to steal your money and pump my bags. This is the Pokemon Purist. I'm the greatest grifter of all time on YouTube. There you go. There's my intro. No, I just wanted to do like a quick Pokemon news update because there is some big news coming from the Pokemon Company International. It was released on Poke Beach originally, I believe, but they are taking major action to combat scalpers at their Pokemon events, actually, and at Pokemon centers in Japan. So the first thing that they did, starting in Indianapolis, and I believe it's a regional Pokemon event, they are banning slabs, sealed Pokemon Center products, and I even saw like plushes they were trying to say on the Poke Beach article, and cards over $1,000 are all going to be banned, which is crazy. Like, that's a pretty widespread of stuff. So vendors are not allowed to have cards over $1,000, not allowed to have slabs, not allowed to have any sealed Pokemon Center products or other like rare, expensive items. And this is in an effort to try to kind of distance themselves from the sneaker reseller, FOMO, scalper, hype beast crowd. Which good on Pokemon. Good on Pokemon, because they've done a terrible job of managing the Pokemon demand. Like, they've been not printing enough cards. They haven't printed booster boxes. I mean, truthfully, if I ran Pokemon and I saw how crazy the demand was, I mean, I would just do like, like those Crown Zenith specialty boxes they had at Sam's Club where they had like hundreds of packs. I would just start doing like ridiculous products like that where it was like super cheap and you could get like hundreds and hundreds of packs and just flood the market. And I would take my time in between sets and I would just flood the market with cards. And instead of rush, I would even like take a break. I would say, hey, look, Senate Heroes is so crazy, Prismatic so crazy. We're not even gonna do a new set because of all the fighting at Costco, yada yada yada. We're gonna just print this set until people, relax. I don't know. That's probably too crazy though. The other thing that they're doing is in Japan at these Pokemon centers, they're having issues with scalpers, people flying to Japan to do tourism and to clear out shelves. You have to have a Japanese ID, and you're going to do Japanese ID verification at all the Pokemon centers to get your hands on cards, which I think is phenomenal. Like, you're basically making it so the cards are for like the Japanese people, and I think they already have item limits there, so that's huge, I would say. And then I guess the main thing that Pokemon is doing to benefit them is they are opening the Charlotte printing facility in 2028. And you know what? Maybe with all of these actions from Pokemon where you have to have ID verification, where they're not going to allow people to vend with these crazy overpriced cards. And look, I also know a lot of regular standard, like small card shows now are banning sealed product of sets that are still in print, which I completely agree with. If you have a Plasma Storm booster box from over 10 years ago, yeah, you can bring it to the show. If you have a Chaos Rising booster box at the show and you're trying to make a scalper's flip on it at that show 1 week later, which I did see when I was at a card show, you have no business doing that. You have no business being a part of the community. You should be, tried. You should be avoided, and people should be trying to push you out of this because you're kind of like ruining it. And the other big news is obviously PSA is shut down. CGC has raised prices. Tag is basically not accepting cards right now. And there's huge ace grading drama where they raised their prices, and you got Randolph Pokemon like posting on Instagram saying like nobody's mad about it. Nobody cares about it. I made a whole other video breaking down how like basically the PSA GameStop partnership completely ruined card grading because the mystery bag concept made it so that like a $20 junk slab is now worth 100 or 150 or however much you're able to sell your mystery product for. Like, if you're able to sell a mystery product for 500, your $20 junk slab is worth 500 because now what everybody does is they grade hundreds of cards. Everything that Gem Mint tins, you sell it for a huge profit, and then you take all the junk slabs. PSA offers instant liquidity because they need products for their mystery bags, so you can immediately break even or even make money or have a small loss on your bad grades because PSA is offering instant liquidity. Or if you're a really, really smart, like, terrible scammer, bad person, kind of. I don't know. Can you blame the guy's grade? I don't know. That's a whole moral gray area. But really, what a lot of people are doing is they're grading hundreds of cards, thousands of cards, selling the gems, and putting the bad grades in mystery packs. And this isn't hypothetical because I've been in card stores where they have card store name, mystery bag product, and it's all whatever. If you buy the mystery bag, it's not that expensive, but you're only gonna get a dog shit waste of time slab. That's reality. Sorry for being so blunt about it, but basically mystery bags though have made it so all slabs are worth money because you can just put a bad card, like a slab that nobody wants, just goes in the mystery bag. Boom, you make the profit. We're all getting rich. Money, 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 money. Yeah, but it's insanity out there. One positive is that we have had 2 sets in a row that don't have crazy FOMO demand or $1,000 plus cards, right? Like, you've got Perfect Order with the couple $100 Meowth, and then you've got Chaos Rising with the Greninja and the gold card. But I would say demand for these sets is not that high. Like, ETBs are not insanely overpriced expensive, and booster boxes are like almost within the realm of affordability. The Japanese versions of these sets are extremely cheap. Like, you could pick up really dope cards in Japanese, where that's kind of a positive sign, right? And I think that Pitch Black will do well. Abyss Eye looks really cool. Pokemon will run up through the 30th, right? Everybody knows it's through the 30th. It's going to run through the 30th. And then it crashes after the 30th. That might be reality, actually. It might be Pokemon runs through the 30th and then normalizes. I just like seeing Perfect Order and Chaos Rising because it's like Pokemon has the potential to normalize, actually, because scalpers don't immediately jump on those sets. Like Perfect Order sits a little bit around me, right? So it's possible. Wind and Waves comes out. New printing facility opens up. People see how much cards are being printed. People hate the terrible Angry Birds Wind and Wave design. And then things normalize. I don't know. When do you think Pokemon will normalize? There's no way it can FOMO pump to oblivion forever, right? It has to stagnate at some point, in my opinion. There's no way that it's not going to stagnate out at some point, right? And I know we're peaking because you've got 30th anniversary going on, and you've got Logan Paul ripping booster packs on live streams. He recently did a Evolving Skies box break where the first Evolving Skies pack, $70 pack by the way, got bidded to $1 million. Guys, what? I mean, come on, that's crazy. Turned out to be a scammer. They didn't pay. And they were actually upset. Like, we're getting this money. We're getting this money, bro. They bid 1 million. Where it's just like, bro, what in the... Pokemon's crazy. It's super hot, but Pokemon is at least taking some action, which is good to see. Last thing I'll say is, have you guys seen this bricks and minifigs drama, man? I low-key think that a lot of people in the Pokemon space, like Pokemon vendors, they'll act like they're your best bud, good guy, card store, your best bud, good guy. And then end of the day, they would, if you brought in like $200,000 worth of cards, if you had like gold stars and first edition cards, you would get bricks and minifigs by them. They would be like, oh, we lost them, man. I don't know. You can't find it. And then when you try to get them back, they'd be like, we're calling the police. You got to leave my store. Absolutely not. You're harassing and doing death threats against our store. You're the problem. And they just stole the cards. Because end of the day, like, a lot of people who are just collecting and enjoying it, they're just collecting and enjoying it, having fun. They think the other people in the space are going to be fun. And then like crazy evil people see that and they know they can take advantage of you and make money off of you because you have something that's valuable, but you're treating it like a fun, nostalgic hobby. You're not treating it like a business investment. You're not having like that cutthroat sociopathic mentality of I need to make money off this. So a lot of people come into the collectibles business like just to prey on the collectors, which is kind of why like you kind of have to know what you're doing. You have to know your prices. You have to stand your ground, be smart, and all of those things. But yeah, that's about it. Peace.